Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to 10 Minutes with Bob. I'm still trying to help some people along with memory loss and caregiving. I'm taking some of the things from my journey in doing that and putting it on video and hope that everybody can learn a little bit or improve their quality of life. And my name is Robert Schreiner, and my friends call me Bob, and I would certainly like you to call me Bob. And I have something that I had started, and I just love the phrase, and it's the Minnesota, yes, you betcha. I just love it. You end up with a smile. Help me along. The Minnesota, yes, you betcha. Thanks. I think we're going to have fun with that along the way. My last video, number 4, and this is video number 5, I didn't use that phrase at all. I just forgot. My age is 91, so I'm going to forgive myself for not using that phrase, but I wish I would have. But we're going to continue on, and about a year or so after Marilyn, my wife, passed away, I got a note from Mary at the church, and she asked me, "How are you, Bob? How are you?" Oh, how can you answer a question like that? There's so much to it. You could simply go the easy way or go the hard way. And I pondered on that for about a day. And then I wrote a note back to Mary. And I'd like to read that note to you. And it goes something like this. Mary asked, "How are you?" And I respond with this. What is death? Parents, 11 siblings, Marilyn, my wife of 65 years, gone. What is death? I don't know. I am beginning to learn what alone is. Thinking for one alone, planning for one alone, in a room alone, at a table alone, in a pew alone, in a thought alone, in silence alone, all terrifying alone. Death is all of the above, one alone moment at a time. Mary, yes, I am okay. That was my message back to her, and she calls me when she receives the letter, and she asks me permission to use this to show to some of her people that she helps over at the parish. They're having hard times, and she wanted to show this to them and kind of counsel them on it, to kind of show them that yes, there is the gray side, but the sunshine does come. And she felt this would help. And I said, Mary, if we can help a few people, you go right ahead. And I did this with my poem the other day. I held it up, and if you got a smartphone, you may take a picture of it. I'll hold it up. I had a niece up in Fargo contact me, and she was able to use her phone and take a picture of my poem. But I'll hold it up and see if you can, if it'll work for you. I still got a little bit of shakes in here, but I think it'll work. Anyway, she says it does. And I'd be glad to share this with you. I got to hold it up here a little bit. Let's do, okay, here we go. Smile poem. Okay, thank you. it just, a friend stopped over, and I had this laying on the table, another version of it, and he read it, and he had just lost his wife about 6 months prior to that, and he says, "Bob, may I have a copy of that?" And I said, "Definitely." So I made one for him and took it over to his house, and up today, up to now, and I don't think he'll ever take it off. He's got it pinned up on his refrigerator door, so to remind him that there are gray areas, but the sunshine will come eventually. I have another thing. Today is all days stuff that written word. This one, so dear to my heart. I had to bring this into it. It just, I hope it reminds you that there are things that you can do that will help in this world. And I call it my green envelope. And here it is, no name on it. And Marilyn had put this green envelope in a place where she knew eventually I would find it. She didn't put it in my path. She didn't put it on my dinner table. She didn't put it in my toolbox. And I can't remember where I found it. But I did find the green envelope. And the green envelope was nothing written on the outside. And I took it and I opened it up. And inside was a beautiful card. And on the outside, it said, "From Albert Einstein, there are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle." And when we went shopping, Marilyn used to stand for long periods of time reading cards. And I know that she found this one and she knew exactly where she wanted to put it. So now we opened it up. Now, did she want me to find this right away? Or did she want me to find this down the road? Because she knew she was losing her memory. She was going to enter into dementia. So she wrote this. Now, did she want me to find it right away? Or did she want me to find it when she was fully into dementia to let me know that these thoughts were there? And here's what she writes. She writes, "Robert," and my whole family uses the surname that was given to me. "Robert, thank you for all the years you have spent with me. With all my love, Marilyn." Beautiful. I put it back in the envelope. And she wrote it in silence. I found it in silence. And I kept it in silence. And I put it on my writing desk where everybody can see it, including Marilyn. And I put it on the side, and it was held there, a little slot on the side. And I'd written on the inside, year 2012. So I figured she wrote that in 2009, 10, 11. And I found it in 2012, and I put it on my writing desk, and it's still there. And I put it there in such a way that if somebody touched it, I would know that. And Marilyn never touched it, and it's going to remain in silence right now. And I'm going to put it back, and I know what's in the green envelope. Isn't that marvelous? I wrote down, I think after Marilyn had passed away, I'm sitting at that desk and I write this down. I put all things in my heart for no one to see, only me to feel, to Marilyn with dementia, Robert. I don't know where that slip went. I was going to save it, but I didn't. But I'm going to say, be kind to someone today, because kindness is free. Thanks for tuning in to 10 Minutes with Bob. And don't forget the Minnesota, yes, you betcha. Thanks for tuning in to 10 Minutes with Bob. We'll leave the door open for you. And God bless you. Thanks.